It's the Pampered Stamper, and happy Monday to you. It is a glorious day here in the Netherlands. The sun is shining. My name is Jackie van der Sarboot, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in both Canada and in the Netherlands. And I am just so excited to share with you the Storybook Life scrapbooking kit because not only does it help you make amazing scrapbook pages, you get a lot of leftovers to make beautiful cards. So I'm going to show you a few completed pages and then we're going to make one together. And after that, I'm going to use some of the leftovers, and there's lots of them. So, what I'm planning to do is to save the absolute leftovers for making cards, but I want to make more scrapbook pages with the pretty paper. So, I'm on a roll and I'm excited. I haven't scrapbooked in so long. And so, my little photo printer has been busy printing away, and it's just making me so happy. So, I hope I inspire you. Let's take a look. All right, here we go. That is my paper trimmer, which is an amazing workhorse. You are going to want to put this into your starter kit. Now, let's move the paper trimmer out of the way for a minute. I've got to remember that I put things where I can find them. This is the insert that comes with the Storybook Life, and it really is, it's called the Scrapbooking Workshop, as you can see. And what it does is it tells you exactly what you need. It makes it really, really easy for you. It tells you what materials you need. You need the Storybook Life. Obviously, you have that here. The Lost Lagoon ink pad, a blending brush. Now, stamp and seal, I did not use. I used liquid adhesive, paper trimmer, and paper snip scissors. Then it tells you that you need 14 photos, um, three 4x6s in portrait, one 3x3. Oh no, five altogether. Five 3x3s, one 3x4, two 4x4s, a 4x6 in portrait, two in portrait. So you can change things up. You can definitely change up the layout, and I might show you that later. So, and then it tells you, it gives you the cutting instructions. It tells you to put a little label on them so that you can cut all your paper. And after you've cut it and labeled it, then it's really easy. Then you just assemble. So I'm going to show you, rather than showing you the book, I'm going to show you my completed pages. And, a lot of people have said it for the stamp set and for the scrapbook pages. It is not meant just for children. This is a picture of my son Oliver, and he is 27, 28, and Laura, who's 29, and they were visiting us last spring. Hi, Rose, and we visited Kokenhof. And the funny thing is that look at this. The pictures that they've used also show tulip fields, and I just happened to have see, and this one too. I just happened to have those pictures. I really wasn't meaning to copy. I just had these gorgeous pictures that I wanted to use. There is a video showing also how to make these pages. So here's the second one. And then there's a little journaling box there. So I'm just really happy with how they turned out, and it was just so easy to do. So that's the first two. And then what if it goes into a book, then you'll have another page here that you can do. So there's the first two. And then let me get this out of the way in a safe place. There. Here is page number 3. And I'm going to make the coordinating page with you. Hello, Linda. So nice to see you here. So these are actually family pictures that my daughter had done for Christmas, but because they're just kind of neutral, I thought it would also work. And the funny thing is that little Clementine is obsessed with bunnies. So this suits them perfectly. So those are 3 of my grandkids. This is my youngest. That's August, Leo, and Clementine. And I'm really happy with the way this page turned out. If you want to see how I made it, including the butterflies, it's in a reel right now, and it's also on a short on YouTube. So message me if you need help finding that. So now we're going to make the second page. So what I've done is I've got my pictures printed off. We have this little one. So it tells you, right? Here's my 3x3 page, like the little marker. So I'll save that. There I've got my little sticker, 2K. And then even this little die cut will say project 2. So that's page 2. And here I've got my little marker again. Sometimes I pop them on with a dimension with a little blue dot. So I have everything here. So I'll start with just mounting the pictures on a little square. And again, these are black and white, so they go well. It doesn't matter what season it is. So super happy about that. And I've also discovered for the first time, this is our liquid adhesive. I have always used the fine tip, but when you're scrapbooking, you want to use, thanks Linda, they turned out really well, but I can't take credit because it's a kit. This is the brush tip, the broad tip. So look at this. It's like, you remember that tip looks just like the glue that we used to have. It was kind of like a golden glue when I was a little kid. Now, I probably shouldn't do this on top of my page, but I'm going to. Oh, see, don't squeeze hard. This is a new one. So I'm just going to spread that glue a little bit. And we'll do this one too. So you hardly have to squeeze. You just need a little tiny bit of glue. It's super strong. Okay, I'm going to put the lid on. And the nice thing about using this side is it stands up the way it needs to be. So that keeps the glue exactly where it needs to be if you're using the broad tip. So we're just going to kind of line up the corners so that you've got an even mat. And if it's not perfectly even, well, then maybe I cut a little bit wrong. There, that's good enough. And now this one. And you know, when you're scrapbooking, you're right away reliving your memories. It just floods you with good feelings and love, and it's a perfect activity to do on a winter day. Scrapbooking is good. I used to do it in the summertime too when it got too hot. So in the afternoon, in the morning, I would garden and do all my outside things. And then when it was too hot outside, then I would scrapbook for hours while Rachel was napping. I started scrapbooking, I think, when Rachel was little. Not sure. Okay, let me check now. I got to see my little Bible here. Okay, here is the page that I'm doing. Oh, guess what? I am going to do the butterflies again. Okay, so let's move this out of the way. Well, you know what? We'll maybe put this together first. Okay. This is our journaling box. And then these are all the pre-cut pictures. Or whatever, not pictures, paper. And I know the strawberry paper is beautiful too. And you know, you can change it up. You can also use these layouts to do with other paper. Like you can, that's the secret to scrapbooking and getting your whole book done is to reuse layouts. You don't have to reinvent the wheel every single time. So just make sure you line up your corners, keep your bottom even. And once you're happy with, see, it's just a millimeter off, you slide it into place and then you press. And now we're going to do the little plaid piece. And here I'm going to use the fine tip because it's just a skinny little piece. There we go. And it is super gratifying. If you've never done it before, this will help you immensely. And it's not the only kit we have. We have lots more to choose from. Some of them are on the last chance list, like I think there's a reindeer one. There's a Snow Much Fun one. They're really beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to put this out of the way for a minute. And now, here is what we used. Look at this. This is the negative of the butterflies that were on this page here. Take a look. Here are the butterflies. And it tells you to do this. This is not something that I came up with. So that makes me really happy. Okay, so shows us some of the butterflies right along this edge here. So we're going to take our Lost Lagoon ink pad, a blending brush. I'm using a little one. You can use a big one too. And then just go in little circles around, like so. And I was a little bit worried because I had gotten it on here, but in the layout, a picture covers that part. So, but you do want to be careful that you don't get it all over your frame. That's not what you want. So keep it controlled into little circles. It's just really nice. I'm glad that Stampin' Up! Is incorporating techniques into their scrapbooking page. So now we're just going to carefully lift it up and it looks good. Yeah. So now it shows me that I need a few more on the bottom corner here. So we'll do it again. Let me just slide my page up so that you can see what I'm doing. Maybe a little bit lighter this time. It's hard to tell, but it's okay. It's better too dark than not dark enough. And you know, if you're doing this not on a video, you might be a little bit more calm and relaxed and whatnot. Did I tell you that it's a gorgeous sunny day here? It's just so nice. We've had a couple days in a row now with sun. This is our third day in a row. So now I'm not rushing outside. I'm waiting to go to the beach till I'm done this video. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, that looks nice. I even like it that it kind of fades off to the side a little bit. That looks cool. All right, we'll put that aside. And now we can take this piece, this whole big piece, and we can put it on our page. And it is centered. Okay. So again, we're going to use that broad tip and lightly squeeze the glue. Not a big squeeze because you don't want too much. And then a little zigzag through the middle. But you can see, oh, don't lay it down flat, put it up straight. And then bunnies at the bottom. Slide this away a little bit. And eyeball it a little. Okay. That looks good. If you do this on grid paper, that will help you line it up as well. But that looks good to me. I'm committing. Okay, so the next thing, it does tell you exactly what to do what. I've scrapbooked before, so I'm eyeballing it a little bit. So I'm going to put the sticker sheet. Let's see, we've got a gorgeous sticker sheet. I was quite happy with it. And you can see I've used most of them now. So now we're going to take the carrots. And they have the carrots going this way. And the carrots are going right up above the plaid. And you know what? I'm going to trim it a little bit. I want the carrots to start right away. I don't want that white edge. So I'm just going to do this. There, move that out of the way. It's going to stick to something, I know. Okay, and here we go on the edge. And I probably should have done this before I put it down flat, but now I'm just going to grab my scissors and carefully trim. Okay, that worked out just fine. Now we're going to lay our photos. So this one can go down flat because the other one is going to overlap a little bit. That works out just fine. And then I see that, let's have a look. Oh, there's a big truck going in. We have a few die cuts. We need this one. There, and then there are two more pages. This is going to get tucked in behind, and I can just write December 2024 in there. And I haven't quite decided what I'm going to write on here yet. So I'm going to leave that, but I can put my pictures down. So I'm going to do that. And then we're going to make our card. There. Hello, Donna. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad you like my ideas. It is important to read the instructions a little bit here because sometimes it tells you to not put adhesive all the way down because you have to tuck something underneath. For example, I think the carrots, no, I think I'm okay. Okay. It does feel weird to glue down your pictures, but there is a mat behind, and this is scrapbooking safe. So you don't want your scrapbooks to fall apart, so don't use crappy adhesive. When you're scrapbooking, it's really important to use good quality stuff because you don't want to ruin your photos. You don't want them to turn yellow. So, hello, Ali. Ali is from Zeeland, and that is the province. It's an island where my father was also from. Happy memories there. Okay, so now let's have a look, see. Oh, Oh, I see. I was getting all worried because I see that I'm supposed to have carrots, and I can't find my carrots. But I know that I saw them on my desk somewhere. Let's see. I'm hoping I can find them without having to look too far. Maybe it's on my oh, I just found it. Oh goodness. I have three stamp sets that are I wish I had another camera so that I could show you the chaos on my desk. There's three stamp sets that are kind of sliding down, but look, I found my carrots. You know how it is when you work in a mess. You know in your own mess where things are. Oh yeah, they did have the carrots tucked underneath here a little bit. So I could do that. But I don't know if I like that. I don't like the carrots tucked underneath the photo. So see here are the carrots. I'm going to show you. Well, maybe you guys can help me. Here, see here the carrots are tucked underneath. I don't know if I like that. Maybe a little bit. And then we have this adorable bunny sticker here. And then these gorgeous strawberries are for the last page. I know. And you know, if you're like me and you're a sucker, oh, that's fine, Mary. You can watch the replay later. You're my replay queen. If you love coordinating products, then this will make your heart sing because this coordinates with our stamp set and other papers, and it's just a plethora of loveliness. Okay, all right, I'm going to do this. Commit Jackie. All right, here it is above, completely above. I kind of like that. I'm going to leave it above. I'm going to be stubborn and do it differently. A little bit of adhesive. And I'll see if I have my marker handy. Our Stampin' Write markers, which are free, 2 sets for free in a starter kit right now. They are great for journaling. There we go. Carrots are down. I can't wait to see what Stephanie, my daughter, thinks about my layout because I asked her to send me the pictures. So that's going to go up like so. There. And let me just see. So here, I think I showed you that already. It comes with all these place markers for different sized photos. And if you save those, you can use them when you're making up your own scrapbook layout later. So that's a great resource. I am not, oh yeah, here it is, perfect. Here's the Stampin' Write marker. I want to use the fine tip. And I'm just going to write on here, I'm just going to move my page a little bit. December 2024. I don't know if you guys can see that. December 24. I kind of ran out of room, so now I'm hoping that I can, oh, look at that. I did well. I left, I didn't go with the adhesive all the way to the edge, so I can slip this underneath. There, I didn't add a lot of adhesive. You don't need a lot. And I'm just going to slide that under there. It should go a little bit further. Can I get it? Yeah. So there we have it. And now I'm going to put a little something here yet, but I don't know what I'm going to do. So I'm going to leave that. So here you can see now it's a double page spread. Isn't it beautiful? Yeah. Just move it over. Super cute. So now I'll have it in a book. I will make the last 2 pages later, and I'll show you what they look like here, but I've already decided, here's the pages, but I find that the pictures are too small. So where they've asked for a 3x3 picture, I'm doing a 3x4, so it's a little bit bigger. And I might make a bigger journaling box yet. We'll see. But I'm really excited about it, and you're going to see how I'm going to do my pictures differently. So yeah, it's good. Good for you, Linda. It's never too late. So here is some of the extra paper. This is a strip of the strawberry paper that I've cut off. I'm going to use a piece of, this is just a regular card size. In Holland, it is 21 centimeters by 14.85, scored at 10.5. And in North America, it is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4.25. Then we have this pretty plaid paper, and that's going to be 4 inches by 5.25, or 10 centimeters by 14.35. I'm not going to put it on yet because I want to take a little piece of the strawberry paper and put it right like so. So I'm just going to tear it. I know that sounds really bad, but you'll see what I'm going to do in a minute. I'm so glad you love it, Linda. I do too. And you know what it does to me? It just makes my soul happy. It makes my heart sing to record these pictures and helps me count my blessings. And it just makes me really, really happy. And I think that a hobby that makes you happy and that dispels the gloom and the despair is worth much more than fine gold. So now I'm just going to flip this over so you don't even have to measure and trim it. Now I'm going to put this on my card base because I know what I'm going to do, keeping you in suspense. I am using the stamp set that coordinates with the storybook moments. And I think it's called Storybook Garden Patch. And I hadn't used it yet. I had to put the stamp set together. So this is just a nice, clean, crisp card. This reminds me of laundry hanging on the line in the spring. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see better because I had the camera up high because I was dealing with a 12 by 12 page. Okay, so this is good. Take a look. Here is the Storybook Garden Patch, and I'm going to use the flower pots and the watering can. Now, this is what I discovered. So here's my extra pot. So that's just if you use the dies. And then the watering can, see, you don't know this till you play with it, has two pieces. And then I was going to add a spade, a little trowel or whatever you call it. And I've always wanted one of these. Is that called a trudgeon? It's a special low flat basket for gathering vegetables or fresh flowers. And I think they're the coolest thing. So I hope I can find one at a so bad. I'm in Holland now and I can only think of the Dutch word. Kringloop is what it's called in Holland. And in Canada, we call it a thrift store. That's it. So I stamped and die cut the pot and then I sponged it a little bit. You can see the dark. I did that with a blending brush. And then I took the pretty paper and believe it or not, the strawberry paper that comes in the kit is a little bit darker than the paper that you get in the pack. And so I fussy cut it, but what I did was I went all the way, I cut a little slit past the flower, and this is why. If you take your pot, then it can slide in, and then the strawberries like so. See how cute that is? So that's a little trick. Just cut a little slit, and then what you can also do is I'm just going to turn this around. See, there's my little piece that's overhanging. And then I'm going to take a piece of tear and tape and just hold it in place there so that I can build my bouquet. So here's my tear and tape. It's my little cheater. There. And now I also cut this little guy and then I cut a longer stem so that I can tuck it in like so. See? So I thought this would go at the bottom. Let me just slide it down here. Wait till you see my watering can. I'm so excited. Look, I cut the watering can out of silver metal paper. See, so here we've got the watering can. And then I used this. I've been wanting to use this, and it's the first time I've done it. This wishing comes with two dies. So you can also stamp it. There's all kinds of dies with this. But there's a skinny die and there's an outline die. And then there's this one for the words. I hope I can find it all. Sometimes when I pre-do these things, they get lost. But, oh no, they did not get lost. Okay, so here is the wishing. Excuse me, a little tickled. And, oh, now of course I can't find it. There's a long die as well. Oh no, that's in the wishing. Sorry, it's in here. This die, I'm going to give you another little tip with that die, okay? So I'm going to put this together in a minute. Just let me put it over here. I still have that weird frog in my throat. Ugh. I'm not going to put this together now, but if you were to put it together, it goes like so. And then I would sponge this so that it looks more like, nested pots. It looks really cool. But look, here are the sayings. So it's wishing you were here, wishing you a happy birthday, or wishing you all the best. But you see how those other ones don't fill it up? I could have stamped it in the middle and then there would be a thing on either side. But what I like to do, yes, Ali, making scrapbook pages with your holiday photos is wonderful. That is my next thing. And I also did one, I'll quickly show you. I did one for Rachel. And just a second, look at this. So this is the other version of scrapbooking, and you can just use pocket pages. It's quicker, it's super easy, it's even easier. But I did this in a day, all the pictures in a day. So that's another way of doing it. If you want the links, let me know. So anyway, back to these sayings. If you want it shorter, then you just lay it on again and you run it through the die cutting machine twice, and then you cut it so that this piece comes off. Okay? So I kind of like wishing you were here is really good for me because oftentimes I'm wishing someone was here. Okay, let's put this down. A little bit of adhesive. And you see how I have the adhesive just kind of in the middle? That's so that I can tuck something underneath. So I'm going to put that about here. There. And now I'm going to put just a little bit of adhesive on the top. And I'm not even going to put anything on the bottom on that stem part because it's getting tucked under. It's not going to go anywhere. So I'm just going to slide that under. And look at that. Cool, hey? And then we're going to take some Stampin' Dimensionals and pop up the watering can. And I will show you if I can find it. I had the little trowel die cut as well. Now I don't see it, but I thought it was too much, or maybe I have to do it in a different color. I had done it in a smoky slate, but it was too much. So there we go, the watering can. Maybe I'll move it over just a little bit and a little bit down. There. That looks great. And then just wishing. You could even just leave it as wishing and then put the rest, wishing you a happy birthday. I'm not quite sure. I kind of like the shorter one, wishing you were here. So you know what I'm going to do? Oh, this is another thing. You guys are going to laugh at me, I think. But I saw someone do this on YouTube, and at first I thought she was crazy. And now I'm going to do it. Watch this. There's all kinds of different ways you can adhere your adhesive or adhere your things. You could use a sponge. You could use a sponge dauber. You could use a pastry brush that's been trimmed down. You could use adhesive sheets. And I'm just using my finger. And then just tap, 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 tap. And now we're done. Now move this out of the way. And I'm going to go up a little bit, wishing. And then I have room to do wishing you were here. Now, isn't that a nice card? Oh, I'm glad you saw my video. It does work to do wishing you a happy birthday. But I'm going to do, so here's the card. I'm going to do wishing you were here, and then I'm going to send it to my sister or something. Okay, so that's the card. So now you've seen a card, you've seen the scrapbook page, and all I want to say is there is a warm and welcome place waiting for you on my team. Remember that. You've got to the end of February to get amazing free products in your starter kit, and there are no strings attached. So if you have any questions, you want more details, or find out exactly how it works and why it's a good idea for you, message me. I can help you if you're in Canada or if you're in Europe. If you're in the land down under in Australia, New Zealand,